Hi, welcome, and thanks for using Caboose Fresh. So, my name's Mark, and I'm the owner at Caboose. We've got our head chef Dan here. Just to tell you a little bit about the concept. So, what we've done is we've created Dan's created some great dishes, and the idea being that we send you all the ingredients. We send you a detailed recipe. The ingredients will come all in a bag. Everything's portioned up to the right sort of amount, so you don't need to worry about that. And Dan's going to talk us through how to do it. So, I'm the novice here. I'm not a chef by any stretch. I've never cooked this dish before, so I've read the SOP. There's some preparation tasks to do, which I've already done. And this one is boiling some potatoes, so I've done that. So we're just going to get cracked in, and Dan's going to talk us through it. But Dan, before we start, could you tell us a little bit about this dish?
Yeah, it's just a piece of salmon roasted with a crushed potato cake. It's something that you can make in sort of 10-15 minutes at home once the potatoes are boiled and stuff like that. It's just quick and easy, something that you can do from your own house. It's one of the easier dishes on there as well. Okay,
good. Well, it's just as well. Right, so we'll get started then. So like I said, Dan, the preparation task says that I've got to boil some potatoes for 15 minutes and then leave them sitting in the water. So I've done that, and that's as far as I've got. So if you want to just take it away and tell me what I'm doing.
Yeah, no worries. So if you start with just draining the potatoes, and then you should have a fork there ready or a whisk to crush them.
Yeah, I've got that. So I'll pop the potatoes back into the...
Yeah, back into the pan once they're drained. Now, you just need the sun-dried tomatoes, olives, and you need to chop that parsley just quite roughly.
What, do that first or crush the potatoes?
Yeah, do that first, do that first.
So olive oil, did you say?
Yeah, so olive oil will go in the potatoes, and a little bit of table salt.
Just a good plug of olive oil.
Yeah, exactly. Aye.
Table salt. Just a pinch, good pinch.
Yeah, the 3-finger pinch is enough.
Cool. Right, what we're doing now?
Right, so you just need to chop the parsley just quite roughly with a normal cook's knife.
Okay.
Yeah, then chuck them in with the potatoes, along with the sun-dried tomatoes and the olives.
Yeah, chop the sun-dried tomatoes and olives.
You can chop them, but you're going to break them up with a whisk anyway, so it won't so much matter.
Yeah, you haven't seen me with a whisk yet, so... I'll just chop them down a little bit because they're quite big.
And you've got the broccoli and the greens and all that ready as well, haven't you there?
Yeah, they're all sitting out.
Right.
That's everything that came in the bag. So I've got butter, capers, flour, spinach, broccoli, and a lemon, half a lemon. Right, so just chuck all this in, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. What we're doing now?
Right, you just need to take the fork now, or a whisk, like I say, if you have one, but if you're using a fork, it's fine. And you need to crush the potatoes. They don't need to be too fine, it doesn't need to be like mashed, just needs to be quite crushed.
I've got a whisk, so...
Yeah, just like that, aye.
Well, that's easier than I thought, actually. What happens when you get the potato inside the whisk, though?
You can just tap it on the side of the pan like that, and open the side of the whisk, it'll all fall out.
All right.
Then you need the flour there ready, because when you made this into a potato cake, you're going to toss it in the flour a little bit so it fries nicely.
Okay.
The next thing you need to do is shape them.
Do what?
You need to shape the potato cake. So once that's all crushed up, you need to take it in your hand, split it into two, and roll them into the shape of a hockey puck.
Hockey puck.
Hockey puck.
Okay, so just sort of two even lumps, yeah?
Yeah.
And just set these
aside.
Nice and round
if you can.
You what?
They make it nice and round and quite flat. So you don't want to be too thick, you see.
Right, okay, I think that's, yeah, just falling apart.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be, as long as it's that sort of shape, so it can fry and get nice and crispy.
Should I give it a good squeeze or what?
Yeah, you should do. Just to keep it in its shape. You don't want it to be too loose because then it'll all just fall apart.
It feels loose.
Does it?
Yeah. Well, that one's better. I'll do this other one again.
If it feels loose, then just crush it up a bit more if you need to, you know. But if the potatoes are crushed enough, then it should work.
Okay. Messy, mind. Right, okay. Got that.
Right. Now, okay, so you've got the salmon there.
Yeah.
So first thing I would do, I would just coat the potato cakes in the flour all around, and then you need to get ready to season the skin on the salmon because it's all going to go in the pan together.
All right, okay. So, I forgot what you said now.
Right, so you need to take the potato cakes in the flour.
So just toss some flour over them, yeah?
Yeah, and what you can do, if you've got a bigger bowl, you can even just drop them into the flour and just turn them around a bit, you know. As long as they're fully coated, they'll be fine. And then knock the excess flour off it in between your hands, like pass it back and forward gently.
Okay, is that one done?
Yeah, that's it. Now you should have a frying pan getting hot at this time, but on a low heat.
Well, I've turned the heat up actually, so it's quite hot now.
Right, well, I'll take it off if it's getting too hot, because when you put the oil in, if it's too hot, it'll go up in flames. So you should be careful of that.
Right, okay.
Right, so now you need to take the salmon and season the skin side.
Season the skin side.
Yeah, so skin side facing up.
Just some table salt, yeah, or rock salt.
Yeah, just a bit of table salt's fine. Rock salt might just fall off it, but table salt's absolutely fine. A good 3-finger pinch on there.
Okay.
Right, so now the pan's hot. You need to take some oil.
Olive oil or vegetable oil?
Just vegetable oil if you like, but if you've got olive oil, you can use it, but preferably vegetable oil.
What's on it? Just a splash?
Yeah, just go for a couple of tablespoons worth, you know, just enough so you can fry the fish and whatnot.
Okay.
Now, if the pan's slightly smoking, that's how you want it.
The pan's what?
Slightly smoking. It's got to be quite hot. And then as soon as it's hot enough, you can put the salmon in skin side down.
Okay. It's not quite hot enough.
Yeah, I'll just get it nice and hot. So what does it say on the SOP there about, it says about the greens? Does it say to boil them or?
The greens, no. The greens go back in the pan later on, apparently.
Yeah, with the butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing with the broccoli, you can roast it or you can cook it in the butter like we're going to here, but there's other ways of doing it. If you want to even boil it beforehand, you can, but it's tender stem, so you shouldn't need to. You know, it's nice to have a little bit of crunch to it.
Okay. Right, this pan's smoking now.
Right, go for the salmon, skin side down. Just be careful and lay the salmon away from you. Like that, aye.
Okay. For about a
Yeah,
minute.
right, now you need that to be the size. Have you got enough room in that pan to fit the potato cakes as well?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
And if you haven't got a big enough pan like that in the house, like I think we've said it before, you can just use a tray. As long as you seal the salmon like that, and then put it into the tray skin side up.
Okay. So how long does it stay in the pan? Just about a minute, it says, I think.
Yeah, I'll go for, you say, it depends how hot your pan is. I can't see it properly from here, but I would say 30 seconds to a minute you should be able to, and then it's going to continue frying in the oven. So you'll need to move those 2 pieces of salmon to the side in order to fit the potato cakes in next to them.
Okay.
Just like that, right? Now then take some table salt and season the top of the salmon there.
Yep.
Right, now you can whack the potato cakes in there.
Just straight in the pan, yeah?
Yeah. And keep the heat nice and high.
Huh?
And keep the heat nice and high on there. So when you can put that in the oven now for say 3.5 minutes.
Okay.
And then
Just
after
straight?
3.5 minutes, yeah, just straight in. Then after 3.5 minutes, turn the potato cakes over and go for another 3.5 minutes.
So this broccoli then, it's really long. Do you trim this or?
Yeah, you can trim the ends off, aye. Yeah, I've just trimmed the end bit off, mate, say just over halfway down. And the spinach as well, if you want to chop that, you can, so it just wilts quicker in the pan.
Just roughly chop the spinach a little bit then, yeah?
Yeah, you can do. You don't need to, but it's fine. Just wilts a little bit quicker.
Okay.
So now you just have to wait. You've got about 2.5 minutes, I'd say. Right, so you just need to take a fish slice or a lifter of some sort and flip the potato cake over and go back in the oven for another 3.5 minutes.
Just turn it straight over, yeah?
Yeah, of course, aye. There should be a nice colour on it now, is there?
Yeah, it's nice and brown.
Right, aye, exactly there. Another 3.5 minutes, then you're done.
There we go.
Yeah, that's right. So now you need to lift the potato cakes out really carefully and try not to knock the salmon when you do it because it'll be flaky now. Then lift them onto that cloth there. That's just a plate with a little bit of kitchen roll on just to let it drain.
Take the salmon out as well.
Yeah, just need to turn the salmon over.
Turn it over.
Yeah, turn it over so the skin's facing up.
Yeah.
The skin should be nice and crispy now.
Yeah, it is. No, I'm not going to make that. So leave it skin side up or skin side down?
Skin side up so it stays crispy. And then you don't want to clean that pan out at all. Just leave the pan the way it is. And then you need to bring that back to the heat, but bear in mind still that handle will be very hot. Because it's very easy to forget when you go and pick it up.
I know, I've just done it.
Right, now when you've got that back on the heat, you need to add the butter to it.
All of the butter, this is chopped up into little cubes, isn't it? Just so it melts quicker.
Yeah, it needs to melt quicker. Then it'll go brown, and it'll smell quite nutty. And when it gets like that, you need to add the greens in. So turn it up onto a high heat. And just be ready with everything because this is going to happen in split seconds. So as soon as that butter starts to go brown, that's when you chuck the greens in, then you chuck the capers in, and then squeeze the lemon juice on and take it off. Sorry.
How long do you let the greens cook for?
They don't take long. I mean, the broccoli's tender stem, the spinach takes no time at all. It'll be cooked in about a minute, as long as the butter's browning. So is the butter nice and melted now?
Just about, yeah.
But then you'll hear it start to sizzle, and it'll start to smell nutty. You'll see what I mean.
Yeah, it's starting to sizzle now.
Right, okay, and you'll see the butter. You'll see. You need to be able to tell by the smell, and you'll smell it straight away, like a nutty smell. It's lovely. And it goes quite foamy.
Yeah, it's going foamy now.
Right.
Get the greens in?
Yeah, I'll chuck the broccoli in first, and then the spinach will go in last with the capers and everything. And season that with a little bit of table salt as well, Mark.
Okay.
Right, okay, now you can go with the spinach. Does it smell nutty now? Can you smell it?
Yeah, it does actually, yeah.
Right, okay, now we'll go in with the spinach, chuck the capers in, squeeze the lemon juice on, and toss it around, then take it off.
So chuck the spinach in first?
Yeah, yeah.
Squeeze the lemon?
Capers and lemon.
Capers are in.
All right there, lemon juice, yeah, that's it. Then give it a good mix. And bring it off the heat.
And off the heat?
Yeah, straight off, aye.
Okay.
Right, now you need to lift that out with a slotted spoon into your bowl. You should have 2 bowls there.
That's right. Okay.
Right, so you'll have a slotted spoon or a pair of tongs. Slotted spoon preferably.
Okay.
Right, now you just need to slowly lift the broccoli and spinach out in either bowl. Just divide it equally between 2 bowls. And let the butter drain back into the pan.
Just leave the capers in the pan.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you need to stick the potato cake straight in the middle of there. Just careful not to break them.
Yeah.
Now you want to place the salmon on top of that, skin side up.
Yeah.
And then pour the sauce over both of them equally.
All the. What
Yeah,
was
so
that?
take the sauce from the pan and pour that over the top of both of them. And that's it.
Look at that, it looks tremendous. What do you think?
There you go, spot on. Oh, yeah.
Looks awesome now. I think that's where I go wrong, and certainly I guess a lot of people probably do, is I'd have had that veg boiling away for a long time there. It's just
Yeah, that's the thing.
straight away.
That's exactly, then the broccoli will turn yellow and it's horrendous. It just takes seconds to cook, especially if it's tender stem. Like, it's good quality ingredients.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I'm sure you can see if I can do that, then I'm pretty confident you can too. we've put some good advice in place there for you. You've got the recipe sheet to follow. So yeah, anyone can do this if I can do it. Cheers. Thanks again for using Caboose
Thank
Fresh.
you.
Cheers.